It all started on the night of March 21, 1980. When Philly mob boss Angelo Bruno and his driver John Stanfa sat in a car outside Bruno's row house chatting and smoking cigarettes. A gunman stepped out of the shadows and leveled a shotgun behind the docile Don's right ear and pulled the trigger. The infamous assassination of Angelo Bruno led to a power struggle over the next 2 years. His successor, Phil the Chicken Man Testa, became the new boss of the Philadelphia crime family, he appointing Nicky Scarfo as his consigliere. However, his tenure as boss would be a short one. When Testa was killed by a nail bomb under his porch in 1981, on orders of his underboss and drug trafficker Peter Casella and capo Frank Narducci Sr., which later resulted in Narducci being gunned down and Casella being banished from the mob and fleeing to Florida. Once the smoke cleared by March of 1981, 1 year removed from the death of Angelo Bruno, Nicodemo Little Nicky Scarfo had positioned himself to take control of the Philadelphia mob. And it wasn't long after he gained power over the Philly crime family that he began purging the family of the people he felt wouldn't fall in line under his leadership. Some family members were upset that Scarfo had moved so quickly into the top spot. One of those upset members was a guy named Harry the Hunchback Riccobene. And according to reports, Harry was an independent guy. His operations was gambling, loan sharking, video poker games, and vending machines. He apparently had an arrangement with the deceased Philly mob boss Angelo Bruno that every year around Christmas time, he'll send Bruno a large amount of cash and that would be it. But after Angelo Bruno's death, Harry was hoping that his arrangement with Bruno would carry over to Scarfo. But it didn't. Scarfo wanted a percentage of Riccobene's operation. And when the Hunchback refused, Scarfo declared war. He assigned the contract on Harry Riccobene to Pasquale Pat the Cat Spirito. He was ordered to use Charles Charlie White Ionis and Nicholas Nicky Crow Caramandi to carry out the hit. But after several blown opportunities during the early months of 1982, Scarfo put together a new plan. Frank Monte, the new Philadelphia family's consigliere, and Raymond Long John Martirano paid a visit to Harry Riccobene's half-brother Mario. And after listening to an offer to serve up Harry, Mario told the two men he would get back with them. But instead of going with the plan, he went straight to the Hunchback and exposed the plot. Harry, who had hoped to avoid open warfare, now went on the offensive. And Frank Monte became the first victim of the war. According to reports on May 13, 1982, Riccobene gunmen Joseph Padella and Victor DeLuca staked out Monte's car, which was parked outside a southwest Philadelphia gas station. And when Monte returned to his automobile around 9 p.m., Padella, with a .22 caliber rifle with a scope mounted on it, put 6 slugs in Monte's head and back. He died within an hour. And according to reports, Scarfo had squads of gunmen cruising the streets of South Philadelphia, looking for Harry and Mario from sunup till sundown. And eventually, in June of 1982, Scarfo forces got their first shot at Harry Riccobene. The Hunchback, who was almost 70 years old at the time, was in a phone booth talking to his 23-year-old girlfriend, when a Scarfo gunman named Salvatore Wayne Grande approached and pumped 5 bullets into Harry. Incredibly, Riccobene wrestled the gun away from Grande, who was 100 pounds heavier and nearly 50 years younger. And when the police arrived and found Riccobene leaning against the phone booth and bleeding all over the sidewalk, with an empty 6-shooter in his hand. And true to mob protocol, Harry told police that he couldn't identify his assailant. The Scarfo-Riccobene War dominated the South Philly mob scene for 2 years, with multiple bodies dropping on both sides, including Mario's brother Robert Riccobene and his 27-year-old son Enrico Riccobene. The war was officially declared over when Harry and Mario Riccobene was indicted on RICO charges, with Mario pleading guilty to a third-degree murder charge involving Frank Monte and becoming a government witness, serving up his brother Harry to the United States government. Harry Riccobene was subsequently convicted and sentenced to life in prison. Nevertheless, on June 19, 2000, Harry the Hunchback was declared dead from sepsis at the Pennsylvania State Correctional Institute, Dallas. Now, as always, we would like to know what you think about this video down below in the comment section. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.